Hello everyone, yours truly, Chrislevi13, and let's get ready to switch into it as we talk about this hybrid console right here by Nintendo called the Nintendo Switch, a console that you can play in docked mode on your television, or you can take it on the go wherever you're going and play it in handheld portable mode, and that's really cool. But anyway, sit back, relax, let's dive right into the Nintendo Switch. And if you're new to the channel, do me the biggest favor of all, hit that subscribe button so we kind of from yours truly. Now that intro is out of the way, everybody join me as we dive into the Nintendo Switch, where I'll talk about how I got the Nintendo Switch, everything that I have with my Nintendo Switch, the positives of the stuff that I got, the negatives, and then we'll kind of at the end of it give my overall, I guess, review impressions of this system after owning it a week. Because a friend of mine said, hey, it'd be cool if maybe after a week of owning the system you released a video kind of talking about what you think about the Nintendo Switch. And I've never done that with a console before, so I thought it'd be cool to share that with you all, you know? So the Nintendo Switch is a system that I've known about since it released, obviously being a gaming YouTube channel, but I never was focused on getting one because I thought, hey, I have an Xbox One for this generation, I'll play my games there, I'll do my content there, whenever I'm not doing content off something PC-wise, and just deal with it like that way. But then over the last 6 months, I kept getting the itch from myself, but also from friends saying, hey, I want to play some I want to play some Nintendo with you, I want to play some PlayStation with you, and I kept thinking in my head, okay, well, let me save up my money, and then things started going. We had to get ready for a move, Christmas, all that, and then I was like, you know what, my taxes are coming. I can save some of my taxes for future things, but then I can spend a little bit of it, and I was like, you know what, I'm going to debate what console I want to get. And then I started stacking things up there, and Nintendo Switch won out of the PS4, even though I do want to one day own a PS4, whether it's during the PS5 generation, PS6 generation, I still want to own a PS4 because there's several games in there that I do want to play. But I own a Nintendo Switch now, and everything that I got with it was obviously the dock, the Joy-Cons, Joy-Con holder, the grips, and the tablet itself. You know, and it's a really, really cool and fascinating system because a lot of people are out there. When you go on YouTube, a lot of content is made with a Nintendo Switch, and that's obviously a positive. But more than that, I get to play a lot of these new first-party games and even some of these indie games that I could never experience otherwise without having a Nintendo Switch. Plus, a lot of my friends in the gaming community have a Nintendo Switch, and they're happy that they're now being able to play certain games with me, and it's really, really cool. So let's talk about the positives of everything that I got. So firstly, let's pick up the Joy-Cons right here. You got the Joy-Cons right here. You know, see both of those Joy-Cons. I got the regular gray colored Joy-Cons because they did offer me to give me, I think, one that was red and blue, and then there was, I think there was one other one that just said, but I just wanted the base color. You know, I'll fancy out into something else later down the road if it gets my feast, you know, fancies my feast, I guess you could say. But when you look at the Joy-Cons, you know, they ain't got a traditional D-pad on there, which is like, Nintendo, you're the one that started that kind of thing, so it's like, I don't know why, but you've got basically the buttons here, you got, you know, you can obviously with this, you can play like this, you can put those, you can put these, you can slide one of these on there, like so, and do this. I think it's like so. Oh yeah, I gotta press that button. Yeah, do that, don't I? Well, yeah, y'all know what I mean. I mean like so you see, so it's like this, like so, right? Let me see. Oh, that's how you're supposed to do it, like that. Like that. See, put it on like that. Then you have one controller right here, and you can hand this one off to a friend of yours, you know. And then now you have two controllers without actually having to go buy two controllers. And I really like the Joy-Con because the Joy-Con reminds me of a Wii controller, you know, a Wii remote, you know, because it's like the Wii remote was like one thing where you could like bam, 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 and then you just turn it sideways and it still worked. And this is kind of what you can do with this right here, and it's really, really cool, you know, to be able to do that. But it's like a smaller version of that, you know, and that's really, really awesome. Look, it works, it feels good, you know. And now maybe they would have these a little bit bigger, but then if these were bigger, then you'd have to have the tablet be bigger. But I really like these, you know. They play well, they do what I need to do, you know. They fit right in here, and then it's like a regular old controller minus D-pad D-pad, and it's really, really cool, you know. So those are positives, you know, right there. I like them, you know. Yeah, you know. Then you get into the tablet itself, which obviously I'll show you is one of them, the one that I don't have the grip on right there. That you do this right here, you slide it right in there, and then obviously you have the controller right there, and you can play it in handheld mode, you know. Plus the dock, you can slide this out of here. You gotta have those in there to charge those, but you slide it there, slide it right over there in your dock, and you're able to play it. But when you're in handheld mode, not only do you have control power with these right here, but it's also touchscreen. This game right here is not touchscreen, but you have certain touchscreen features. Like I was watching YouTube on here the other day in the living room while I was with my mom, and I was just sitting there being able to press these certain buttons, and I could watch my YouTube videos, you know, and it's really, really cool, you know. It's got the vents on here, plus it's got the little thing right there. If you want to put it in tabletop mode, you just pop out the I'm not going blank right there, and you just like put it right there in your table, bam, the stand, yeah, and then bam, you're right there in the mode to play, you know, and it's really, really cool, you know. So yeah, and if you look at my screen right there, you can kind of see I've been playing some Super Smash Bros. Ultimate, trying to unlock the characters, you know. I'm doing my best, you know. I've unlocked a few of them like Captain Falcon, Bowser, Young Link, Pit, Ike, Wii Fit Fighter, Ryu, Inkling, Simon, Belmont, you know. That's really, really cool. I'm enjoying that game a whole lot. This right here, I like this too, you know. This feels really good because like the other night I was playing with Abaddon, Nintendo Direct, and several others playing with this, you know, and I wasn't the best player, but hey, we're not trying to be, hey, we're better than this person. We're having fun with it, but it's really cool to play with this and do like this, you know. So pretty good positives there, and I even have positives with the dock itself. Because if you look at the dock, as I look over it myself, I'm not going to show it physically here, but the dock itself is pretty simple. You just simply slide this right in there, and the dock's kind of holding it like this, and it's easy to slide right back out, out and all that. It's got USB ports. It's small, so you can put it anywhere you need to, and it doesn't take up a ton of space. So Nintendo, you did a job well done with the Switch. A very job well done with the Switch. Now, moving over to the next part is that these guys are going to be some of the games that I got for the Nintendo Switch. I got this right here, Super Smash Bros. Ultimate and The Legend of Zelda Breath of the Wild. These are the two games that I got to start. And you'll see some Super Smash Bros. Pop up on the screen right up there. That was just me recording some of me playing the game earlier. And yeah, I've really been enjoying playing this game for multiplayer. Seeing now that I got the game after they did the update where you could create stages. And this game to be on this system right here is so much packed into one game because you got stages, you got music, you got characters. You can create stuff in here. You can play offline, online. You got the World of Light mode, which is kind of like a story mode. You can play classic mode. You got Smash mode and all this different stuff packed into one game, and that is really, really cool, you know. And hopefully you're enjoying my footage right up there of that game. And then the other game that I got was Zelda Breath of the Wild. And I gotta say, when you get out of the cave and that open world comes there, that is one of the beautifulest games I've seen in this console generation, especially being Nintendo, who's always been the less powered one out of the since GameCube era. That's really, really beautiful, you know, game. And I recommend if you get a Nintendo Switch, the first solo playing game you get is this right here. Now as far as multiplayer, I would debate maybe this or Mario Kart, but that's just for multiplayer. But as far as solo, I'd choose this over Mario Odyssey. Even though Mario Odyssey is a beautiful game, that's the next solo game that I'm going to purchase. This game right here is beautiful, and I'm only a couple hours into this game, and yeah, it's kind of like confusing a little bit, but the game kind of makes it where it's like, hey, we'll help you along, but we're gonna make sure that you go out and explore this world yourself, you know. And I'm really cool, and I can't wait to dive and put hundreds of hours on this and this, you know. So those are a lot of my positives. I'm really liking this system, you know, and I'll be obviously using it for streaming and a lot of other stuff to bring to you all, the viewers from around the world, the people that are part of the Vault Squad. It's really, really cool, you know. So I'm loving this system, you know. And I did get a refurbished one, which gets me into my negatives. Is that is that I went to GameStop, the GameStop that I trust, the GameStop, because I don't think anything bad at GameStop, I understand that people have their gripes about them, but that's your GameStop, not mine. I did get a refurbished one, which obviously it's not in bad condition. I can obviously see a tiny bit of wear and tear on the Joy-Cons on the back from where somebody holds them, Plus, in the left Joy-Con, this does have a slight drift to where I'm playing Zelda Breath of the Wild. I'll be standing there for a second and like go do something, or like I even I'm standing there just looking at the area, just trying to say, hey, where I need to go. I'll be trying to do something and it just starts drifting and walking, and I'm like, no, and I gotta jack with the controller for a second, and then it won't do it for a little bit. But every so often I don't know why, but it does that. But some of my friends have said, hey, that's something that's common, that after a while it rubs down and it drifts. So that's a big negative, and is that they could make that right there better, and then the left one would not drift. Because my right one, that doesn't drift at all. It's just the left one, But I'm gonna get that fixed by going out there and buying a pro controller soon, so it really won't be a problem much to me. I mean, I'll still use those when I'm in handheld mode, but as far as in dock mode, I'll just have the pro controller and be able to not worry about that. So Nintendo, I just want to say, maybe you can make these a little bit better quality. As far as the dock, I have nothing really bad to say about the dock. It's made good. This, I like it. It looks good. The screen's good on it, and everything like that. Maybe, and I even like these two things right here. The only thing that I think that they could have done with this is that they could have actually have had like a little charging thing right there where you could just bam, and they could have provided you, say, hey, in addition to that you have a charging thing, because like always having to put these into my dock and then have it in docked mode to charge, I don't always like that. Cause say like I was like went on like a trip or something, and I didn't have my dock with me, right? Just theoretically, I didn't have my dock because I'm on handheld mode, and I have it in my book bag, and I was like this, and I'm on a trip, and I want to play this, bam. Then I've got to have this and those put in there, and then I've got to find something that can charge this. So I wish that they would have provided a charger for your Joy-Cons and the dock and the tablet itself, in what you get with a Nintendo Switch. And this right here, if you would have had that, then you could charge your Nintendo Switch and then come back and charge your controllers. And say your controllers were like going low, and you didn't want to put them on your Nintendo Switch to like drain power because you're in handheld mode. Then you just plug this into a wall somewhere, and then you're sitting there. Okay, bam, 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 bam. I'm playing my gaming tabletop mode and all that jazz while they're charging, and then I put them back on the dock and I'm back in handheld mode. So that's what I, as a person, would have done. But overall, my impressions of this Nintendo Switch, it's a really cool system, It's beautifully made, The Joy-Cons aren't too big and bulky. It's big, It's not something that you can sit there and say, hey, I want to put it in my pocket and go walk around, because obviously how bulky it is. But it works for what it is, It works for what it is. It works for tabletop mode. All this stuff right there, And I gotta say, Nintendo, job well done. Because the Nintendo Switch reminds me of like, hey, get a Wii remote. Make it small and change it up a little bit, but get the Wii remote. And then get the tablet from the Wii U. Take off all this stuff and take all this stuff off of it and make it the actual console itself. And then it's like, people are like, what? Yeah, a Wii controller, the tablet from the Wii U, bam, put together, and have that controller be able to come off and make that the main console instead of having to have it. You can play, like the Wii U did, and bam. And it's really, really cool. It's a weird way of thinking about it. That's kind of how I did, And I enjoy it, and I can't wait to jump and do more Super Smash Bros. Ultimate, more Zelda Breath of the Wild. I can't wait to get into Octopath Traveler, Mario Odyssey, and a lot of other games that the Nintendo Switch will offer me to be able to play that would never be able to be possible on an Xbox One, So I want to know down in the comment section below, as you've seen footage of Super Smash Bros. Ultimate play throughout this video, you've seen me talk about this console, show it kind of like in a laid back way of doing it, but still show it to you all. What do you all think about the Nintendo Switch? Comment down below. Do you think highly of it? Would you change anything of it? I would like to know what everybody thinks of it, because to me, if I had to put a number or letter grade on it, I'd probably put an A on the Nintendo Switch overall, and out of a number 1 to 10 usually is what people do, I'd probably give it an 8, because you can obviously tell that it is so. And something I forgot to talk about, something that's gonna get me into why I give it the A, but number-wise I only give it an 8. Because if you play the dock, the one thing that's the biggest negative I have of this system is obviously with the dock and the way it's built, you can tell that it's not as powerful as a PS4 or an Xbox One. And that's like, you obviously can tell that it's not going to be as powerful as, because those are big beefy consoles that sit there, and they're not made for portable. They're made for you to slide a disc in there, play it, or download something and play it right there. And they're always going head to head at each other. Nintendo's over here, we're different, but we're still gonna have some of the same games. But and that's cool. But the thing that I don't like about the dock the most is that the dock is cool, but it could have been made a little bit stronger. It seems like number one, and number two is that why is it there an Ethernet port on there? Why do I gotta sit there and now me, a week after owning it, still have to go out there and buy something additional? Because obviously the Pro Controller is a give or take. If you want it, you can get it. If you don't. But I'm obviously gonna go get one. But because I'm used to that style controller. But why don't you have an Ethernet port now that every time I play it, until I buy the little Ethernet thing that goes to the USB, I've got to play it. You use Wi-Fi. Why couldn't you just have an Ethernet cord where I can take the cord out of my Xbox when I'm not using it and plug it right into that system right here, right now, and then it's hooked up to an Ethernet cord? Nintendo, is there some reason why you didn't have an Ethernet cord built into the system? An Ethernet port built right into the system? That's what I want to know. But anyway, I'm Chrislevi13. Hopefully you all enjoyed this video. If there's anything you think I could have done better, or this or that, feel free to comment it below. But you know me, I usually take one take, do my videos, and talk about the things that I talk about. But I am appreciative of everybody who supported me in getting the Nintendo Switch. Everybody who's played so far with me and added me through my friend code on the Nintendo Switch. Everybody out there that's been enjoying my content over the last several months since I've moved into this house. Thank you all. It's been appreciative, and I appreciate all of the love, the support, the advice, the ideas for content, and everything that y'all do. I'm gonna go back here in handheld mode and go play some more Super Smash Bros. Ultimate and try to unlock some more characters, Cause I'm having real fun doing that, because that's actually a game that you don't sit there and worry about microtransactions to buy characters. I mean, obviously for the DLC characters, yes. But for the base characters of 70 plus characters, all you gotta do is go unlock them, which is really, really cool. Hats off to you, Nintendo. Keep up the good work. We're working to everybody watching this. Comment down below, and I'll see you all later. Stay awesome.